Right here on how we do our alignment, periods 11 and 12. That's usually going to be an offensive install period and a defensive alignment period. Just really big believer in using game-like communication for this. So offense versus air. There's, of course, going to be coaches that are going to symbolize keys on the defense when we have our different reads. But it's going to be offense versus air, but we need to huddle from the sideline, take the feel like it's a game, get the signal like it's a game, and then go through. We got to stop and teach, we'll stop and teach. But we don't want to get in the habit of just going through plays versus air like it's not a real life football game, because the kids don't learn the best. The kids aren't going to be locked in as much. We are going to use key reads and perimeter blocks. On the defense, we're going to use coaches and managers, as I said. On the other side, the defense, when they do alignment, I want the defense to use game-like signals as well. Communication, that has to be just the most important part of alignment, that we are locked in and talking like we would on Friday night. We want to use our backups on defense for scouts. And then, of course, when the twos go in, we can flip it over. But you don't need, on the alignment period, you don't need to have a scout team fully executing the play. You just need 5 guys to stand at positions for the skill players, and then a coach, a quarterback. And, of course, it needs to be rapid fire. It needs to be game-like. And this, a lot of times, is best done if you have 2 huddles. So if you can have 2 huddles, and you can have the coach in each huddle with an alignment card, rapid fire going through with the defense, that's a great way to get in a lot of looks in 10 minutes. Other thing is this right here, too. During defensive alignment, have your coaches be quiet and not talk pre-snap. Okay, don't say a word. When the offense is getting lined up, let the kids fail first on lining up and then coach them. Don't tell them where to go. That's a huge pet peeve. You have a scout offense that lines up and they might have a trips formation or empty or something, whatever it is. 2 tight ends, doesn't matter. If the guys on defense are getting confused, let them go through that brain work of what they're looking at. Let them go through and try to fix it before the snap happens. Because if they get in the habit of, you're going to bail them out every time in practice and say, no, you go over here. No, see the tight end, you go over there. If you tell them pre-snap, the learning is not as strong. So have the defensive coaches be quiet in the alignment period and then coach them after the snap. But make it be rapid fire. Get a lot of work in. Okay. 7-on-7 and OLDL hookup. Just some notes on this right here. Again, we want high energy. We want it competitive. For 7-on-7, we want to use game-like communications. We want to use signals. And we want to make it game-like and competitive by using the quarterback scramble. I can't remember who I saw at a clinic doing this. But goodness, it makes so much sense. You're in 7-on-7, and the quarterback drops back, and he goes through his progression. He needs to take off when he gets to the point where nobody's open or he can't throw the ball. And then the receivers do the scramble drill. DBs do the scramble drill. Linebackers, if it's their job to pull them up, they're in zone, come to the quarterback and break down and work a quarterback scramble drill. I mean, how many times in a game is that such a huge play? You see several plays a game that have the quarterback scrambling, making plays with the defense making plays, but yet we don't practice it. It doesn't get practiced a lot. Well, you can practice it in 7-on-7 every single time when it comes up. So use the quarterback scramble in 7-on-7. O-line and D-line hookup. A lot of times, everybody, the natural thing is, okay, let's go pass rush. Everybody in the world does good on good pass rush. That's good. But don't forget about the 2-on-1 drill. 2 O-linemen versus 1 D-lineman. You can set up these in pods. So you have a 2-on-1 over here, a 2-on-1 here, a 2-on-1 over here. So 3 pods and coaches working with those guys. Or you just have 1 or 2 coaches, just 1 O-line coach. He just goes, between the groups and you're working double teams. You're working your down and pull. You're working your zone. And so that 1 D lineman, he's going to get great work at his pad level. He's going to get great work at reading the blocks and executing how we take on the blocks. So I think the 2-on-1 O-line versus D-line drill is superior to pass rush. Now, you still want to do pass rush for sure, but if you do this on a daily basis, mixing the 2-on-1 drill at least once a week. Make your defensive ends do it. It's going to help your kids stay lower as the season goes on when they're having these blocks during the week. And of course, you can get a lot of kids working that way because you can set up these 3 drills all at once with a 2-on-1. Lastly, when 7-on-7 is done, when 2-on-1 is done, or when pass rush is done, we like to tell the kids, hey, mix it up, which means they go and they shake hands with their opponents right there for about 10 seconds. Because it always gets heated. 7-on-7 gets heated. There's always trash talk. O-line, D-line stuff gets heated. When that's over, we're going to come together. We're brothers. We're on the same team. We're teammates. We're going to mix it up, shake hands, dap it up, and then go to the next part of practice.